good morning to you, Ambassador. Good to have you with us as always.
Thank you, Tisha. Good morning. Pleasure to be here.
All right, so I'm told there's some good news, and we're right in time because there was a major announcement about making some inroads in Haiti just yesterday.
Yes, well, you remember about a month ago, we were here and I was able to announce the news that had come out of that important meeting in Kingston, Jamaica, when we got agreement on a presidential transitional council to be established in Haiti. So a month later, that council, the members were identified. The council basically came together, but then the council had to work out an agreement, a political accord on the way forward. What are all the steps the council they're going to agree, because these organizations are very disparate, representing all of the different thought, all of the different positions within the Haitian society. CARICOM was able to bring them all together. So yesterday they announced that after a month of discussion and negotiation, they had finally come to the agreement on the way forward. So that's very good news, because now that they have made that agreement, we're in a position where that presidential transitional council can be installed, and it can then go on to do the work that it has to do, which is it has to appoint a new prime minister, it has to appoint a new electoral council, it has to appoint a new set of ministers, and basically it has to work with those bodies that it will appoint to take Haiti through the next 2 years or so towards a new free and fair elections, when the Haitian people can finally elect who they really wish to govern their country. So we're on our way.
Well, with that said, let's dial back a bit and talk about what's happening on the ground in Haiti. I know at one point in time we heard about some of our troops, the possibility of some of our troops having to go and assist in what was happening there. So any word on what's actually happening on the ground? I know violence, gang violence was a major thing that was being talked about as well.
Well, it's still a very dire situation. The reality is that the gangs have taken control of about 80% of the capital city, Port-au-Prince. So that is definitely a priority. How do we bring back some level of security? How do we put those gangs, so to speak, on the manners? That is going to be one of the priority issues for this new presidential transitional council and the other members of the administration that will be appointed. How to do it, the thinking has been that the Haitian National Police needs help. When this crisis with the gangs first started, the Haitian National Police numbered about 14,000 officers. Now, 4 years later, that number is down to somewhere between 8,000 to 9,000. So that alone would tend to tell you, look, the Haitian National Police does need reinforcement. But, there are different schools of thought in Haiti. There's some people who say, yes, we would welcome the Kenyan or other police reinforcements coming in. There are other schools of thought that say, because of our past history with military type personnel coming into Haiti, we prefer that not happen and that we deal with the situation ourselves. I listened to a public meeting that Lavalas, the FANMI Lavalas, which is probably the major political party in Haiti, held on Saturday. And they were saying that their view is that once they can get this kind of political accord, and that the civil society and the political actors can come together in this kind of coalition where they are shunting aside these gangs, because a big part of the problem in the past has been that these gangs are connected, have been connected to political and economic elites. In fact, they're still connected to political and economic elites. However, the feeling was that if you could get this political accord where the society kind of comes together and says, we are going to take control of our country, that in that kind of environment, they are making the case that what we can then go on to bolster our own police and we could deal with the situation ourselves. But I really, it's difficult for me to say. I think we really probably need to hear from the leadership of the Haitian National Police themselves. They probably need to give the guidance on whether they need reinforcements coming in. But suffice to say, I think now that the Presidential Council is about to be installed, I think it will be up to those leadership elements in Haiti to work out exactly what they want. And I think the role of the rest of us will be to support them. I think we have to trust them, that they know the situation better than the rest of us. And we have walked with them this far, where they're now going to take governmental control. And our role really is now to listen to them and to give them the support that they say they need.
Now, I'm happy that you talked about support, because a big area of pushback from the Haitian people was that there are a lot of organizations and countries that were weighing in, so to speak, on what was happening. And based on reports, they weren't too happy that a lot of these organizations were, in fact, making rules or kind of setting the tone as to what was happening. So talk to us about how this Presidential Council was set in place, if you can detail how it came about. Hopefully in a way that the Haitian people, I mean, when I say the Haitian people, I mean the people on the ground, actually agree with what's happening, because we've seen in the past where they don't agree with what's happening by the hierarchy, whether political, economic, both or otherwise, then there's often a lot of groundswell, and that's where we see the challenges.
Well, first of all, there's a lot of loose talk about Haiti, so we have to be very clear. There are people who, give out all kinds of opinions, and they're really uninformed opinions. And because of the history, there's this tendency to always feel that everything that is happening, it is the big powers who are manipulating things and putting things in place. But I am here to tell you that the fact that this Presidential Council exists today is largely the work of CARICOM, working with the Haitian organizations. What we are witnessing now is the product of a year and a half of work by CARICOM's group of eminent persons. That's the group that CARICOM put together.
Former prime ministers.
Yes, and let's name them, because we really have to give them kudos. Former Prime Minister Kenny Anthony of St. Lucia, former Prime Minister Bruce Golding of Jamaica, and former Prime Minister Perry Christie of the Bahamas. For a year and a half now, they have been talking with the various Haitian organizations. They've gone into Haiti, they've brought people to the table, and out of that entire process has now come this Presidential Transition Council. And let's be clear about this. This council actually has brought together the relevant Haitian organizations. So for all of the major political parties are there. You have 5 political coalitions, number one being former President Aristide's Lavalas Family Avalas party, but you have the Accord that was connected to Ariel Henry. You have anyhow, you have the 5 major political, not just parties, but coalitions of parties. Then you have this remarkable Haitian civil society organization called the Montana Accord Group. And this is very important for people to understand. When Haiti was in the midst of this crisis, hundreds of Haitian organizations, grassroots organizations, human rights organizations, trade unions, they came together and they worked on what they called a Haitian solution to the crisis. And they came up with an agreement called the Montana Accord Agreement. They signed off on that agreement since August of 2021. So we have them at the table. We also have the Haitian private sector at the table. We have other elements of Haitian civil society at the table, and we also have the Haitian interfaith community, the religious groups. So let's be very clear. This Presidential Transition Council really represents the organizations that truly bring together the Haitian people. That has been the work of CARICOM, working with them, you know. And yes, of course, they're the big powers that have been very influential in Haiti, and we can't wish them away. They're there. You know, they're not just going to walk away, they're there. But the difference this time around is that CARICOM is in there. And we have brought our influence to bear. And, you know, when these big powers go into these relationships with Haiti, they tend to go with their own interests. So they see Haiti through the prism of their own interests. The difference with CARICOM is that our only interest is the interest of the Haitian people, because these are our family. This is our kith and kin, and Haiti is a member of our community, and our only interest is really to see that Haiti comes out of this crisis, and that, you know, we help Haiti to become that member of our community that we can work with. And because Haiti is so important to CARICOM. I mean, the total population of CARICOM is 18 million. Haiti represents 11 of that 18 million, you know. So I really want to take my hats off to the current leadership of CARICOM, our chairman, President Irfan Ali, Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves, Prime Minister Motley, Prime Minister Davis of the Bahamas, Prime Minister Skerritt of Dominica, Prime Minister Mitchell of Grenada. They have really worked very hard, and our people need to know this. These leaders, along with the group of eminent persons, have stayed the course with those Haitian organizations over several weeks, working on putting this together. And so I think we can have some confidence that once CARICOM remains there, and we have the back of the Haitian people, that there's a good chance that we could steer this thing to a successful conclusion.
Now, outside of the work of the group of eminent persons, let's talk a little bit more about what CARICOM is doing, specifically, if we are, in the areas of aid, food and shelter. I know there are challenges with migration. As I said before, as reported in international press, you know, there's been much trouble on the border with Dominican Republic and things of that nature. I know there have been much talks about working to help the Haitian people, some of them at least, to be able to get out of the country, to help them along. So in terms of those particular areas, is there any specific plan from CARICOM to help them in that regard?
Well, CARICOM has to help in every imaginable way, because we have just started upon a process. It's very fragile, it is very tentative. We now have to walk this process through the next 2 years. So we spoke about the security aspect of the situation, and several CARICOM countries have said that they would be willing, if a security mission is going into Haiti, they would be willing to contribute. And we already have CARICOM military forces who are in training in Jamaica. We have forces from Jamaica, the Bahamas, and Belize already in training, so that if the green light is given that the Haitian police do need this reinforcement, CARICOM will make a contribution as well. Guyana has long said, for example, that they want to make a food contribution to Haiti. They want to help with because there's a humanitarian aspect of the crisis as well. But the problem has been that because of the instability and insecurity, getting humanitarian supplies into Haiti has been very problematical. So, but we are going to have to help with that. I have proposed that our ambassadors in New York at the United Nations, that they really need to come together in the CARICOM caucus and kind of, for want of a better phrase, take control of the effort, because some efforts are going on now with different UN agencies to give assistance to Haiti. Some have started, some are in the planning, but I think that we need to step forward as a CARICOM caucus and say, look guys, we're going to work with you all to really make this thing work for our member state at the level that it needs to be, because leaders like Prime Minister Motley have made the case that the international community really owes Haiti at least a major 30-year development program. So yes, an immediate humanitarian relief program, but beyond that, a serious economic development program for Haiti. And CARICOM, we need to be there holding the international community accountable and making sure that these things are actually done. A big part of the solution going forward is going to be elections. But how do you get to free and fair elections in Haiti? There's a lot of work that's going to have to be done over the next year or so in terms of the Haitian electoral system, registering voters, making sure a proper system is in place. Again, Tisha, we're going to have to help with that. I mean, Barbados has an exemplary record in terms of elections and our electoral practices. So we're going to need to be in there in Haiti, working with the new Haitian Electoral Council to put all of that in place. So whatever you can think about, Haiti is going to need. I mean, education, scholarships. We could perhaps think of offering scholarships in Barbados at the Barbados Community College, at the University of the West Indies, at the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute to a few Haitian students. So whatever you can think of, Haiti is going to need, and CARICOM, we can't do it all, but we could be the catalysts. We could be the ones in there helping to make it all happen, and at every stage, listening to the Haitian people and the new administration and working respectfully with them.
Has there been any indicator as to, I know we listed many things from humanitarian to security, which are all of equal importance, but with a new presidential council in place, usually you have priorities listed out in terms of how they need to be tackled. Is there any indicator as to where they will go first? I would imagine they definitely have to double down on security. However, as you mentioned, there's so many other factors that come into play.
Well, what came out from the accord that they announced yesterday, they actually listed some of the priorities. So yes, security, but they said, in fact, the first thing they said was the recommencement of public scrutiny of the government. In other words, accountability, because they've gone through a period now for maybe a good decade of unaccountable government, where there seems to be a disconnect between the government and the people. So they're saying the first thing is to reestablish that kind of accountability. Security, for sure. And Tisha, I want to say that I am so impressed. Let's think about it. These people have stepped forward, have undertaken this responsibility, have identified themselves, Tisha. They have families in Haiti. They're in a situation where gangs that are opposed to what they are doing control 80% of the capital. Fortunately, the rule of the gangs does not reach all over the territory of Haiti. So there are parts of Haiti in the countryside where the gangs do not reach. But these people have put themselves on the line, you know, and the members of their family. So definitely security for the entire Haitian population, but also security for the members of this new administration and their families. So this I think is definitely going to be critical. They've also identified, Tisha, a Truth and Reconciliation Commission, because what has happened in Haiti, I mean, with these, they're going to have to look at how do you kind of decommission these gangs. Thousands of people have been murdered. There have been thousands of rapes. These gangs have burnt down people's homes. Thousands of people have been rendered homeless. In other words, there's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of trauma in Haiti. There are a lot of child gang members. So I think they are looking forward. They're saying the same way like in South Africa after apartheid, you had to go through this truth and reconciliation. How do you reconcile the country to itself? So they have identified that as a priority as well. And of course, humanitarian relief. So it is a very daunting task. I mean, just listing the needs is daunting. So I want to signal it is going to be so important that the Haitian people can't do it themselves. You know, they're very resilient, very powerful people, but we are going to have to be there with them for this thing to work. CARICOM, our leadership, but also our people, because our people are going to have to back up our leadership on this, and we are going to have to be willing. As a people, to see our governments, you know, making gestures and accommodations and helping out, and we're going to have to support that. But for this thing to work, we are going to have to stay the course. We cannot abandon the Haitian people or this new administration now. We have to walk with them for definitely for the next 2 years. Until we have that new popularly elected government in place. So, yeah, that's what is ahead of us.
Commitment calls for some level of financial back-in as well. Mm-hmm. Have the leaders of CARICOM entered into any discussion about what it could possibly cost the rest of the region to be able to ably help Haiti as we move forward?
But let's be very clear. CARICOM has been funding the whole group of eminent persons process. That costs money. It costs money to put that group of eminent persons together, and we have been funding it, right? So I want people to be very clear about that. But we always thought that this is the major contribution we could make to finding a solution, because we knew that critical to any solution had to be the political process, that if the governance process, that if you were not able to cobble together a government of national unity, no solution was going to be possible. So we really put our emphasis on that process of bringing the Haitian organizations together to establish this national unity administration, and we have financed that. By the same token, CARICOM countries are small countries. We are resource-strapped countries. We recognize that we don't have the material resources to really fund a recovery program for Haiti. And that is where the international community, these big, powerful countries that have this very dubious record with Haiti, and many of them know that they have been guilty of doing things that have not been just to Haiti, and that have contributed to Haiti being in the situation it is in. So we are going to legitimately call upon countries like the United States of America, countries like France, countries like Canada. They need to step up, you know, and this is why those countries really have to be part of the process as well. They cannot lead the process, and they should not try to lead the process, because in light of the past history, the Haitian people have legitimate concerns about them. And so this is why it is so appropriate that CARICOM should be there, should be the one really interacting with the Haitian people and kind of, playing that leadership role. But by the same token, these other players need to come to the table with resources, with resources. And the whole UN system needs to also come to the table. But as I indicated before, there are several UN organizations, whether it's the World Food Program, the Food and Agriculture Organization, UNICEF, the World Bank, that either have already started some programs or have indicated an intention to do so. And so I come back to the point I made. Our ambassadors at the United Nations, we need to come together. We have a CARICOM caucus of ambassadors, and that caucus really needs to go to work now on behalf of Haiti.
All right, definitely a lot happening. So happy that you could come in and give us an update, and I'm happy that we are on the cusp, fingers crossed, of moving forward in Haiti. There's seemingly been so much going on for so very long. We certainly hope that the new presidential council will be able to get all that they need to do done, certainly in an expeditious time, so that the Haitian people don't continue to suffer in the way that many of them are suffering on the ground.
Final point, Haiti is so important to us. Haiti is important to us in CARICOM for so many reasons. And let us not forget the historical reason, that Haitian revolution. A terrible war over 13 years to destroy the system of slavery in Haiti. 500,000 Haitian people lost their lives in that struggle, but it set a foundation for the rest of us to build upon. As we also went on to abolish slavery, the Haitians made the greatest contribution and sacrifice to that effort to demolish the system of enslavement. We all benefited from it. And so we must always remember that debt that we owe to those brave and courageous Haitian ancestors.
Well, kudos to all of the leaders for the work being done. But, for me, I think it's important to highlight people who have always kind of sung the tune of helping our Caribbean neighbors, and certainly Haiti. And yours is one of those voices that really has been strong and true in talking about the need for us to be able to help our neighbors. So congratulations to you as well, and continue on the fight.
Much appreciated, Tisha. Thank you.
Absolutely. Barbados Ambassador to CARICOM, His Excellency David Comissiong. Always conversations with him, very, very provocative and informative. Of course, we always encourage you to make sure that you delve in as well and find out as much information as you can. As much as we talk about there being a crisis, there might be opportunities as well. So, it really is, the onus is on us to be able to move forward.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.